Week 2 of the finals is upon us, and we're back here at Huon Hill for the back bar. Gus McLeod and Matt Sider. Hello, Goof.
Hey, mate, how are you? Good to be back.
It's good to be back.
Good to be back.
I like having this regular slot here at the Huon Hill Hotel for a couple of refreshments.
It's not good for the belt, but it is, I'm
good for the
enjoying
soul.
it. It's good for the soul.
Good for the soul.
Yeah.
Hey, week 1 of finals at Sandy Creek. Magnificent. New courts. Incredible, big crowds.
Huge crowds, massive crowds.
And one on tonight as well. The MCG of the Bush is looking the best it's looked for years.
Yeah, he's done a ripping job again, and the crowds responded. So it was a huge day Saturday. Massive.
18% up, I'm being told.
Yep, it was about that, 18% up. And it helped, I think there were 6 or 7 different clubs playing the footy, and then netball across the weekend, there was 9 out of the 12.
Yeah, how good's that?
So, there was representation from all the communities across the TDFL, TDNA, and they came out in droves.
Jared Stevenson, the president of the TDFL, spoke at the Barton Medal on Monday night, and he said every single club is represented at the finals. Across netball, football, every one of the 12 clubs is there, which I think is a feat that not many other leagues would have, Matty.
I wouldn't think so. I think that just speaks probably to the strength of the TDFL at the minute. So there are sides whose seniors teams are doing really, really well for a few years, but a few of those sides at the bottom of the ladder, they've got strong junior program, really strong.
Dedarang Mount Beauty.
That's Dedarang, strong junior program coming through. So whether their seniors are good next year, push a finals next year, with their under 17s going so well and 14s, that 3 or 4 or 5 years time, if they can keep them, they're going to be there.
Rutherglen have got a good junior program as well. Mitter have got some good kids coming through. We saw that at Barton Medal night. The competition is in great shape. That's why clubs like Bright want to come across. Unfortunately, they won't be with us in 2027. You can bet your bottom dollar they'll be here in 2028. They'll want to come across, and other leagues will have to make drastic changes if they don't want to follow suit, Matty. So the league's in a very healthy position.
It is. I'm a little bit disappointed in the Bright decision. I was looking forward to going up there for a weekend.
I think many were.
Yeah, and just planning that weekend out. Bright does pretty good with tourism, but we would have added to that a lot.
I think so.
I think it's inevitable it will happen. I do think it'll happen next year. Shame didn't, for 2028. Shame didn't happen next year, but anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to forward plan maybe a bit of a on-the-road edition of the back bar.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be real good,
The brewery up there or something like that, maybe.
I do like the bit of brewery.
Right up our alleyway. Of course, the league is flying off the back of some of our fantastic commercial partners. We're here at Huon Hill once again. You won't find a better pub in Albury-Wodonga than here at Huon Hill. And Tyre Power, of course, Wodonga, North Albury and East Albury.
Yep.
Depending on what side of the river you're on. If you're here in the southern side, go and see Moro and the boys, and of course Clay Mosher Thomas and the team at East Albury and North Albury Tyre Power. They are your one-stop shop for all your tyre needs. They also service your car, Matty.
They do service your car.
Not enough people know about that.
That's right. It's tyres, mechanics. The truck centre does what's the slogan? It is putting big things on big trucks.
Yeah.
So, and they do it all. They reach all the TDFL communities. So thanks to Tyre Power and their support. And probably, I love this bloke, Dom Shanahan. When I rang him about round 3 or 4, I said, hey, what do you think about jumping on board with the TDFL this year and helping with the promotion and get behind it? He's like, yep, whatever I can do. So to Shanahan's Livestock, I know he's a Barney man and I respect him for that, but I'll keep it at arm's length for a little bit.
Don't worry. I bumped into Dom on Saturday and he had a few refreshments. But Dom said to me, he goes, a bit worried about this Kiwi outfit coming up against my Barney boys on Saturday.
He's playing games, I reckon.
You reckon?
He's playing games, yeah. But Dom, thanks for your support too. I reckon he wants to come back for the grand final show.
I think so.
Pop in and say good day.
Back by popular demand. Monday night, of course, we had the Barton Medal count, the night of nights for the Duns Twin City Cranes, TDFL. Benny Macintosh claimed the highest individual honour. He'll join us here on the back bar. He's been a stalwart of the competition for so long. And unfortunately, when you're playing successful teams like Yak and Dander have been off the back of COVID, only missed the finals once since then. There's a lot of good players in the team, which is probably why Benny Mac hasn't claimed the Barton Medal up until now. He's been favourite on 1 or 2 occasions, but he's finally got the TDFL's highest individual honour. Yeah,
he's a very consistent player, very good player. He being the captain, his multiple BNFs, he's probably a bit of the heart and soul there at Yak too, because he's committed to Yak. He's a Yak through and through person. So I think the whole club and the community in Yakandanda would be pretty proud of their favourite son in winning it, and probably thinks it's due, and it was. He's a remarkable player, and you're right, there's been votes taken from him. Leachy's won it twice but only got one. Malhoa's come in this year, come third too, so he's done really well with great teammates, skilled teammates, to get the reward he deserves.
Benny Mac will join us on the other side of this break here on the back bar. Well done to Ella Vandermeer, who claimed back-to-back A-grade netball medals, of course, part of the Chiltern Swans juggernaut. Her partner in crime, Georgia Thomas, was named Team of the Year coach for the second consecutive year as well. And we've seen a theme across the last 3 years with the Team of the Year. 3 clubs represented.
Yep.
Happened again.
Yeah.
Happened again on Monday night. Chiltern, Kiwa and Tallangatta.
Yep. And
of course, they finished 1, 2 and 3. So well done to all those girls who had a really strong interleague campaign as well. And most of those girls played in the Team of the Year.
They did, and I think this is, well, they played last year and played this year too. I think they're really gelling as an interleague group, and they'll be tough to beat for a long, long time.
A big shout out to Cade Surrey, who picked up the Duns Twin City Cranes Player of the Year. I know Beechworth haven't quite been at the same success they've been across the last couple of seasons. They're a really young side with a couple of veterans doing their thing. But Cade Surrey, when you think about the legends of the modern era in the TDFL, Cade Surrey, he's on the podium.
He's still doing it. Like, he plays across that half back. He would take 6, 7, 8 intercept marks a game. His footy ability, stats and all that, yep, great. But I think what he adds to Beechworth, or really keeps him in the game a lot of the time, is leadership, mentorship, club values and all of that. So it's good for him to get a bit of a reward for on-field when he probably does so much off-field to make that club quite strong.
Stick with us here on the front bar. Oh, that's actually on Channel 7. This is the back bar. You can see how much of a dodgy trade-off.
It is a direct rip-off.
Yeah, we're not going to hide behind that. On the back bar, Benny Macintosh, the Barton medalist, to join us on the other side of this.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Duns Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes.
Welcome back to the back bar here at Huon Hill Hotel. Looking forward to wrapping this up in time for lunch. Goof, I'm a bit peckish. Good feed here at the Huon Hill.
Good feed. The pork. So no sides, just pork.
Just
and
pork.
Yeah.
Protein on protein.
Yeah, and a little bit of fat, crackle, yep.
Yeah, how good. I'm going to go for a palmy. Can't beat the palmy here at the Huon Hill Hotel. A couple of ice cold refreshments, and joined by royalty, the 2026 Barton medalist Benny Macintosh from Yakandanda. Benny, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was a nerve-wracking night, I can tell you that much. I'm still just getting over it now. It was, really good.
What's
very
nerve-wracking
humbling
about it, mate?
I don't know. You never know what to expect.
Yeah.
And you don't know how other players have played in other games, that game, and what's happened. So.
Did you go through and count the games and go, I could get a vote here, could get a vote there? I did that each time. I went,
yeah, right.
Here and here. Just being under, just to gauge the expectations and then it doesn't show up like that. But did you go through and have a look?
Probably, on the way in, I had a few mates texting me and starting to hang a bit of crap, and and I was like, Then they start getting you nervous.
Yep.
You're like, you start thinking in your head even though you don't want to. And you put this pressure on yourself that you don't need anyway. But it's very humbling.
Yeah, very, very well deserved. Been real consistent over a long period of time.
Very much so. Now, Yakandanda seem to have a theme of winning these awards, Benny Mac, and you were chatting to us off air that your teammate Leachy, big Leachy, he's led the poll twice and won the medal once. And you were telling us a bit of a funny story about Leachy, the year he won the medal.
Yes.
So you've learnt some lessons from Leachy across the years, what to do on Barton medal night.
Yeah, so I was actually tipped to be the favourite for that year, and Leachy was obviously invited, and the team of the year had gone and went, and he wasn't in that, and I thought, he's definitely going to be up here, and he hadn't been there since about under 14s football. He was down having a slap on the pokies.
Yeah, pricky slaps up, beauty.
Yeah, got to about round 17, and said, you better ring him and get him up here, and he walks in with a big wad of cash and slaps her on the bench and walks up and
Got his medal.
dribbled a bit of shit on his bench, and the top, and he was done. So
I
love
the missing
it.
from Leachy, that would be a dart.
Yeah,
That's the only thing
yeah.
missing.
no, it was
True ruckman, I
Yeah.
love it.
Absolutely.
it was good style.
Speaking
Yeah.
of ruckman, you've won a couple of medals. Won an Azai, is that right? Adam Morris?
Yep.
Is it a ruckman thing? Or?
It is because a nice ruckman thing. So I was never mean to the umpires.
Well, you're not
I
nice.
sent them flowers. yeah.
Big teddy bear.
You can't be that nice, mate. Benny Mac sort of shine. He was telling me off air it was you.
Yeah.
Kiwa coaching
A
staff.
quick one.
Yeah.
Now, in previous years, you've come third a few times.
Yep.
Expectations earlier might have been higher. What were your expectations going into this one? Did it feel different than the other ones, or how
I
did
probably just tried not to have one this year compared to others. You probably, you don't want to get disappointed or whatever. Not that you play for the league medals, but it's obviously a great honour. So I probably just tried to back the pressure off. Probably with footy all year this year, I probably tried to just sit back and enjoy it a bit more. You put pressure on yourself to be the best all the time, which is good, and you got to, but probably sit back and actually enjoy it while you're doing it, because you don't want it to become a job.
Yep.
This year, obviously, in the poll, Mal Owens, first year at the club, had a fantastic season as well. I think coming into round 17, if he had got best on, he would have
been
tied.
close, yeah,
So
which would have been unreal.
Would have been, I suppose it must be nice to have a bit of support in the engine room as well, and follow what Matty said.
He's a superstar. He's the way he attacks the ball, and he's super passionate, and he gets the best out of himself every week. And he's definitely a good goal kicker.
Is he staying with Yak now? Is he there
Yeah, I
next
think
year
so.
again?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's.
Much to your disgust.
Yeah,
mate.
I know. I'm
gotta
trying to
keep
get
him.
some inside
You'd be
info.
hoping to
No, I got to keep him. Yeah, no, he's gold. Really good. Yeah.
Before we wrap things up from a Barton Medal night perspective, the team of the year is always one thing I really look forward to. What were your thoughts from the team of the year, Benny? Were there some players in there that you thought maybe should have missed out or should have got in from Yak and Dander, or some names that you're pleased to see get amongst the best 21 in the TDFL for 2026?
I think it's always good. There's a fairly good even spread. Obviously, Kiwa's had a great year, so there's a lot of quality footballers there, which you'd expect. You wouldn't kick any of them out, I don't think. But the one thing about Team of the Year I probably like is that even some of the lower teams that wouldn't get any, like the players wouldn't get much recognition because they might get beaten, they still get a bit of recognition in that.
Yep.
As coaches see that. So I do think that's a positive. You see some middle boys get in, and
Yeah, the two old Jesse Kennett and Gibbs.
Thomas
Gibbs.
But you look at Midder, and when you're doing this pre-work on them,
Yeah.
they're the two. Like
Yeah,
it was
100%.
just one's getting
Yeah.
best on, or the other one is. They had great years.
Yeah.
I think you'll find Jesse played 18 games and got in the best 18 times.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So,
like
pretty impressive.
And their quality, and they might go under the radar a bit. Like Luke Bockick at Saints.
Yeah,
you
yep,
know,
good
like he's
player.
a quality footballer.
Yeah, and they've had a tough year, the Saints too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's probably picking up his 25, 30 each week still against some
100%.
good
Yep.
opposition. So
Yeah.
And for me, I think it's about time Connor McDowell got the recognition from the
Yeah,
competition's
exactly
perspective
right.
at fullback.
Yeah.
I think inside the four walls at Tolanga, they really rate him, but
Yeah.
good to see him named at fullback, Parso at centre half
Yeah.
forward. And I love seeing
Smooth mover.
the Howard boys
Yep.
from Thaguna.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Matt's a stalwart there, and
Yeah.
and now Cody's joined him at the football club. A remarkable story for Cody as well. Went from Corowa to the Waffle as a key defender, and now he's been named centre
Yeah,
in the
right.
TDFL team of the year. So there's some really good stories.
Yeah,
amongst
there
the
is.
list.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it, really. Yeah, 100%.
Speaking of some Tolangata players as well, tough matchup this weekend
Huge,
for your
yeah.
Yak boys. Unfortunately, probably not the game you were hoping for week one of the finals up against arguably the best team in the competition all year, Kiwa Sandy Creek. What was some of your reflections and lessons coming off the loss to Kiwa?
Obviously, super contested and congested game, which was probably not to our strength or Kiwa's probably at the end of the day. We probably lacked to put scoreboard pressure on.
yeah,
midway
those
through the
goals are
game.
like hen's teeth there for a
Yeah,
bit.
there was
Like,
a
it
period
was-
there. It was, Kiwa probably it'd be a struggle, and Kiwa would go down and slot one, and we'd go down and hold it in and kick a couple of points, and that there was no scoreboard pressure. So that was probably the killer, and then obviously Kiwa quality outfit. They carried the game all the way to the end and put us to the sword in our last 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of people say it was average watching, which it was
Yeah.
from a spectator, but from a coach's or assistant coach point of view, It's good. It summed up probably a finals game. It was contested. There would have been 120 ball ups, but the attack on the pill every single time was full on. There was no one shirking it. So from a coach's point of view, it was a great game to watch.
Yeah,
that's it.
100%.
Selfishly from the broadcasters, if we can piss off all this defensive stuff and just go hell for leather on goals.
There wasn't many highlights.
That'd be great. Homer, talking to you, Muddy as well for Barney. We want more goals. But I think, on the flip side of the coin and on a serious note, there were some great defensive performances as well. I think Yakandanda had probably 4 or 5 key defenders that could have been in the best, and obviously Connor Brodie's job that he did on Dylan Nowak I thought was outstanding. So when the midfielders and the goal kickers don't get amongst the best, often the defenders get a chance to shine better.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. And our back line have been key for, especially in our premiership year, they were huge, and they've tried to just build on that. And we've had a few new blokes come in, Gussie Sinclair and those sort of fellas have rolled through, and they've slotted in well. So
brought the lawyer out of retirement, Gus Lingham.
Gus Lingham, he can't help himself.
Against Tallangatta this weekend, without going too much into it, what would you guys be focusing on?
I think more our efficiency was definitely down. Our cleanliness, our forward entries were poor. So probably just trying to take that pressure off before you go inside 50. Sometimes you're probably trying to jam it in there, and that obviously plays a defender. They love that. As soon as it's coming in half scrappy, half wobbly under pressure, they love that. So that's probably the big key. And spread the ground. I think it was just so.
It's such a big ground, Sandy Creek. Yeah. It probably takes 2 or 3 quarters to get used to it. So when you're kicking in the same position on the wing, you're kicking it shallow to 40 out, where on any other ground, it's that 20, 25 out. So I think with both sides now having a full 4 quarters on there, I think they'll adapt to the ground a lot more as well.
What about Tallangatta, Penny? You said to us off air that you had a look at the game, and they're starting to hit some form, particularly some of their top-end players as well. Paso had a big day out at the office. Jeremy Stone was really good in the engine room. So despite the fact they finished 4th and you guys had their measure during the season, they're going to be a formidable outfit in a finals like in atmosphere.
100%. As soon as that round 18's done, it's a new season really. They're a completely different team to what we played, and they showed in the weekend that they are definitely quality. You still got Dan O'Connell and those sort of players rolling around there too.
Walker's, he was good. He's good, whether he's forward or back. I think he spent a lot of time back, but he was causing some headaches forward.
Joey Ciccone in the forward line.
Loves a goal.
Yeah, their forward line's been very potent. Yeah, so it should be a really good matchup.
Who gets the job on Kane Parsons? That's the $1 million question.
Rule me. Yeah. I was going to put my hand up, but I thought I won't. But probably Logan Martin.
Yeah,
he's a quality footballer. Yeah,
he was good on the weekend.
He was. He was great.
Really good things on Big Daily. Now, before we wrap things up here, Goof, what's this?
My phone.
Homer telling you to bugger off.
Yeah. It's fully going.
Stop spilling the beans.
Talking. Sorry, mate.
Obviously, some big news has broke across the last 7 to 10 days with Yakandanda. It's not Tim Brumhead. It's Benny Macintosh signing a 2-year contract extension. No, but Tim Brumhead coming to coach the footy club. We know the coaching merry-go-round at Yakandanda has been a tough one. Homer's put his hand up again this year, got you guys back to the promised land, but I think it'll arguably one of the biggest coups in TDFL history to have Tim Brumhead off a potential team of the year in the Ovens and Murray season. He's been outstanding in a playing capacity, and his coaching credentials are very high. Speak to anyone at North Albury, they've got plenty of good things to say about him. So as the favourite son of Yakandanda, mate, you must be delighted to have Tim coming.
Yeah, super pumped. It's a huge thing for the club. For him to a quality bloke and play like that, to look at your club and go, that's where I want to go. I think that speaks a lot to the way Yaks and where they're heading. Like you say, he's definitely quality, and he'll tear at a new one, I reckon.
Now, did you have a chat with him at all? Have you met him through the process of the interviews?
Yeah, so we went and met him in town there at Gussie Lingham's criminal law room there. I sort of hold the collar up when you walk in like that, so no one sees you going in thinking you've been in trouble.
I was going to say, mate, the shiner and
I was looking like a bad boy.
Things are looking ordinary.
He's a quality bloke, really good, and it's super exciting, and we'll see what happens, but It's unreal.
On behalf of all of us here on the back bar, Benny, congratulations on winning the Barton medal, mate. It's
Thank you very much.
Very well deserved after putting some fantastic seasons together at Yakandana. Good luck for the finals campaign, and thanks for joining us here at Huon Hill.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thanks, boys.
Stick with us. More to come after this. Back out to the MCG of the Bush this weekend, Matty, and of course both games broadcasted live and free and exclusive on TDFL Live's YouTube channel. Of course, on Saturday, if you win on Saturday, you're straight through to the big dance. Senior football, Kiwa Sandy Creek take on Barnawatha. It's 1 versus 2. They've had a draw this season. Kiwa have also had a win, yet somehow find themselves coming in as the underdogs in this game, with Barnawatha coming in fresh with the week off.
Yeah, it was an interesting way the ladder panned out, where you would think in a normal season that a draw and 1 loss would probably get you the top spot.
Not in the TDFL.
No, and that's it. Well, for Barney it did, but they just destroyed some of the lower teams, and their percentage was quite high. I think for Kiwa to get into top spot in the last round, the score had to be something like 700 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Kiwa are good.
Yeah, right. No, that was unachievable. But no, Barney did really well to be top spot. So they would have had a good freshen up week last week and got to watch it all. And yeah, it'll be a good match. Really good match.
Firsts and seconds is going to be Kiwa versus Barney.
Correct. Yeah.
Which is really exciting for both those clubs. On Sunday, the elimination final. It's actually the minor semi-final, but if you lose, you're off to Mad Monday.
It's elimination final.
You're coming here to Huon Hill to get on the schooners, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, if I lost, I could find worse things to do. But the football side of things is going to see Tallangatta off the back of a strong victory. They will take on Yakandanda, who need to bounce back.
They need to bounce back, and I think they will. I know we spoke to Benny about the game style from that match on the weekend. It was so congested. I don't think it's going to be like that on Sunday. I think they're both going to go back to their more natural styles, more free throwing. They've adapted to the ground a little bit more too. So I think Yakandanda will win, but I think Dick Lamb's got Tallangatta just peaking at the right time. And whether it's this finals campaign that they take some steps ahead, I think next year there'll be one to watch as well. So yeah.
Under 14 side of things, Yakandana versus Rutherglen in the major semi. The minor semi is going to be Thaguna and Barney. And then in the under 17s, Thaguna versus Yakandana once again. Speaking about those junior clubs that are having success, Thaguna and Yakandana are producing some good signs. And on Sunday, the under 17s game, this is going to be a ripper. Tallangatta versus the Wodonga Saints. Two sides that haven't traditionally always had the strongest of junior programs are going to be vying out for a spot in the prelim final, which is just fantastic to see.
It is good, and I think that's the Saints representation for the finals. So for them to carry the flag for the Saints and have a crack, and they've had a great season, I think their whole community will get round them pretty good. 13
and under netball, Thaguna versus Dedarang Mount Beauty. Great to see the Bombers still alive. And Tallangatta versus Kiwa Sandy Creek. The 15 and under, Chilton will take on Thaguna for a spot in the big dance alongside Wodonga Saints and Barnawatha on Sunday. 17 and under, Tallangatta versus Chilton and Mitta versus Waganya. C-grade netball, we've got Kiwa Sandy Creek and Thaguna, Yakandanda and Chilton. A bit of a theme here.
There is a theme.
There's a bit of a
definite theme with Nettie at the minute.
B-grade, Thaguna and Kiwa Sandy Creek, and of course Yakandanda and Tallangatta. And then in the A-grade comp, Chilton versus Kiwa Sandy Creek on Saturday, and Tallangatta versus Thaguna, who had a great win on Sunday. Finished the season in 5th, knocked off Yakandanda, led by a brilliant performance from Marty Nicholson in the return season to Thaguna. So we've got some really good games of netball.
Some really, really good matches. And I think the way the end of the season panned out with Thaguna pushing Kiwa there at the end, so Kiwa will be pretty desperate, not desperate, but really keen to progress through and possibly not meet Thaguna too, because they might be a bit of a bunny team. But I think Chilton, they're looking pretty strong, and they've been here, done this. experience ready to go.
I think if you look in the rear vision mirror 12 months ago, everything played out the exact same way. Chilton finished on top, Kiwa finished second, but Kiwa beat Chilton in this game 12 months ago.
And had the week off.
Had the week off. Chilton managed to get him in the big dance, but all roads lead to a fantastic week 2 of finals in the Duns Twin City Cranes TDFL and, of course, the O-Health TDNA. Goof, we'll be back same time next week. We're going to bring a bit of more light-hearted content to the table next week, and I've got a very special guest up my sleeve, which I'm not telling you a single thing about. I'm going to surprise you.
Do I need to behave, or am I...
Well, that's up to you.
Right.
That's up to you. We'll have a few more beers here at Huon Hill. Goof's ordered about 4 serves of the pork.
The pork.
And I'm going to go hook into a palmy. Thanks to Huon Hill for having us. We'll see you out at the MCG The Bush tomorrow.
Here at Wodonga, we can service straight from the front, right through the middle roller door and right round without even having to stop or pull any trailer off. Yeah, no reversing at all. It's just in your truck. You don't even have to get out.
Well, this is the Wodonga Truck and Ag Centre. We built this and we've been going for over 3 years now, and we basically needed a bigger premises to deal with just our bigger clients who do all the commercial work.